All right. This video, we're going to talk about start with why. It is our second value. I think a lot of times people have a hard time understanding why. And the reason is because we have an emotional connection to the word why. When somebody asks why, that hits the emotional part of our brain. We don't have the communication part of our brain is a different part. So a lot of times it's hard to put words to why, right? That's what people want to know, why. That's what kids want to know, why. And then over time, I think what happens is we get programmed to stop asking why. And yeah, some people just kind of go through life not really caring why and not really thinking about it. Um, that's obviously not what I'm about, and not what our company is about. And the best leaders, the best companies communicate by starting with why. So we're going to link Simon Sinek's TED Talk on that. When you're going through the hiring process, you saw a shorter version of it. We're going to send you a longer one. But this is a concept that we're going to really kind of dial into. We start with why. That's what our mission is, and to inspire our community to make better decisions so we can all live more fulfilling lives. That's our why. That's what gets us out of bed in the morning. And then you individually should have a why. Like my personal why is that I'm all about finding what I'm capable of and then inspiring others to want to find out what they're capable of too. So that's my why. And the people that work here and the people that are great to work with or work for a specific company are people that have their whys really connected and related to whatever company's why that they're going to work for. So part of our mission is to inspire you, college student, to make better decisions. And so just figuring out what your why is, just asking why is one of the ways that we do that. Because if you don't know what your why is, then it's really hard to know if it is connected to Nextdoor's why or whatever future company you might want to work for. Or if you're starting your own company, the chances of, are you going to be committed enough to actually do what it takes to make it successful? So it's a very important concept, but it's something that's very hard to do. We do it with customers. People are not always used to, having companies or consultants or people want to start with why or start to build relationships. There's definitely a mentality or a lot of people out there that are just like, business is business, and my personal life is my personal life, and that's kind of how I want to do things. And that's totally fine. But as you guys know, our fourth value is the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So it's obviously not what I believe, and that's not really kind of what Nextdoor is all about. So what I want to talk to you right now about going into the internship is I want you to think about, I want you to start asking why. I want you to be curious. I want you to ask questions. I want you to, want to find the truth. One of my favorite quotes, that I have on my wall in my living room over here is, walk with those who seek truth, run from those who claim they found it. So what I believe is just the things that I've learned on my path, to trying to have a fulfilling life for myself. And I constantly realize I'm wrong and I change my mind about things all the time. And so I don't want you to think necessarily what I think. I just want you to think for yourself. And in order to do that and to make good decisions, you have to understand what drives you, what motivates you. Because the truth is, a lot of times there is no right or wrong answer. It's just, what resonates with you more, what clicks for you. So I want you to be able to figure that out for yourself. That's really the goal of this internship, is not for you to, find Nextdoor as like, your dream job because there's no other options, but for you to get really good at making decisions, and then for Nextdoor to become, that dream opportunity for you, or for it to be a stepping stone on a path to whatever your dream job might be. So that's what we're aiming for. So I want you to think about what your why is. So when you're asking yourself that, it's, when I'm at my best, what gets me out of bed in the morning? What drives me? What motivates me? And as you get further along into the internship, there is an activity or an exercise that we do. But it's, we kind of have to get to know you and make sure that, you're going to be here a while.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sorry, Siri. It's actually a pretty big investment in time for us to do it with you. So we want to make sure that you are really committed and you are really serious about the values. But once you are, we'll do some exercises to help you actually find your why. we'll read a book together that's called Find Your Why. But if you're interested in getting a head start, you can always get the book in advance. You can always start reading it. And for anyone who ever wants to take initiative, we're always there to help you take the extra step. So I want to let you know that's coming down the line because most college students don't really know what their why is. I know for me, I didn't know what my why was. Like you asked me my dream job when I was in college, I would have said that it was to own a financial company, because I was a finance major and I saw the movies about people in Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street hadn't come out yet, but I saw like just the picture of success in my mind was someone who works and wears a suit to work every day and works on Wall Street and just makes tons of money, being closing deals, working at a hedge fund or something like that. It was literally just created by, movies and the media. I really had no idea what that job would entail or what it meant. There just wasn't a lot of thought into it. And when I ask college students what their dream job is, they just generally don't really know. So I can't give you the answer and it's not going to necessarily just appear. But once you have your why, that's kind of a guiding light. It's going to help you make decisions and help you feel like if you're on your path to wherever success is going to be for you. So I want you to start working on that. So coming into the internship, we're going to ask you on Friday, hey, what is your why? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What drives you? And then we're going to ask you, hey, how is that connected to Nextdoor's why? Why is furthering Nextdoor's mission going to help you further your own personal mission at the same time? When you understand that, it can really help motivate you, help drive you, help push you through adversity, and also just make the job more fun. So that's going to be an ongoing thing. It might not be great on Friday. You might start off, not feeling like, okay, I'm trying to come up with the words for it, but they're just not totally there yet. That's okay. I just want you to get started coming into it and be ready to share that. And then once you have your why, we're going to teach you about an exercise called it's a positive focus exercise. So every morning, what the leaders and I do is we think about our positive focus for that day. So what a positive focus is when I'm thinking about my day that day, what is the best opportunity I have, the one that I'm the most excited about because it's going to lead to the maximum growth, the opportunity that I'm most grateful for that I have to live my why that day. And and the way that opportunities work is they're not necessarily good or bad. They're opportunities. So you can make them good, you can take advantage of them, or you can miss out on them. And so what we do is once we figure out what our opportunity is, we want to figure out, okay, why is this connected to my why? If I crush this opportunity that I have in front of me today, how am I going to be living my why better? And if you really know what your why is and you really understand that connection, you're going to have all the motivation you need to do a good job with whatever that opportunity is and to crush it. And then from there, we're going to come up with action items. Okay, so if this is the most important thing today, what action items, what things are in my control that I'm going to do that if I do these things, the chances of me crushing this opportunity are super high. The chances of me going to bed and be like, damn, I missed it. I messed up. I botched it are very, very low because if I do these specific action items, I know that I've done my best. I'll know that I've taken advantage of this opportunity. So we're going to start doing those positive focuses before marketing sessions. And eventually for people that end up working here long-term, it's a daily thing that we do. But for right now, we're going to start doing that before we actually go out in the field and make sure that we're really focused on what we're getting better, because just working hard alone doesn't make you better. It has to be focused, and you have to understand what you're trying to get better at. You have to reflect on that and then make intelligent improvements that you've actually put some thought into, again, thinking for yourself. So I just wanted to kind of introduce this concept a little bit more because I know it's a hard one to understand, and that's based in science and neurology. So there's good reasons why it's hard to understand. So if you have questions, ask. All that we are expecting for you is for you to do your best and to start working towards, getting on your path, or if you feel like you're already on your path or Nextdoor is on your path and you feel great about where you're going and where you're headed and where you want to go, then great. Let's just keep moving you further along. And that's what we're all about here. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys, seeing you on Friday and hearing about your whys. And that is that.